Alright, before we begin, I just wanted to give you a heads up. There are some mild spoilers. Nothing that reveals the plot or the ending per se, but I do reveal some character information that, while revealed in the trailers, may be considered a spoiler for certain people, so consider this your warning. X-Men as a film franchise has had a lot of ups and downs over the course of its lifespan. While First Class and Days of Future Past have managed to wash out most of the bitter taste left in our mouths by previous missteps, the franchise struggles to stay relevant in a new market where we are no longer left wanting for superhero films. Some would even say that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has all but buried the X-Men films with its meticulously interwoven continuity and yearly release schedule. For the most part, that is true, as recent X-Men fare like Apocalypse even tried pulling from the Marvel Studios playbook in terms of hidden references and Easter eggs, as well as seeding ideas for future storylines. However, when it comes to what you get with Logan, not only do you get a full departure from the previous films, but you also get a really good send-off for an actor looking to step away from the character that made him famous. From the opening moments of the film, you know you are walking into a much darker, grittier X-Men film that doesn't shy away from the gore and the violence. You are also introduced to a world in which mutants are relatively non-existent, with nothing ever clearly explained, only fed to you through small hints and mentions. The film's visual style also carries a more run-down, dirty look that implies a world that has fallen into disrepair. It even carries trappings taken from westerns, as Logan plays the reluctant hero forced into a job by circumstance and made to see things through to the bitter end. It is also a much slower film than its predecessors, putting more focus on character development and personal drama rather than the looming threat of the film's antagonists. This does lead to some moments of the film feeling rather slow, especially after a particularly intense second act that I honestly thought was the film's third act given all of the build-up. As for the action, it relishes the fact that it's an R-rated film, opting for more long takes that show off the action choreography instead of the quick cutting you see in a lot of other action movies. I also noticed that there was better characterization when you look at how both Logan and Laura, aka X-23, fight through their enemies. In Laura's fights, you see raw, primal aggression, like a starved dog that has just been let out of its cage and is just going for the first thing they see. Whereas with Logan, you see a seasoned veteran who thinks more strategically, using his primal aggression as a weapon but not letting it rule the day. As for the film's ending, without giving too much away, it definitely feels like the end of an era, like we're seeing the end of one long storyline that's centered around the character of Wolverine, and maybe even the X-Men as a whole. While Days of Future Past effectively hit the reset button, Logan feels like a fond farewell to the old guard that acknowledges that the characters don't even necessarily get their happy ending. It ends on a note of hope, but makes it clear that this story is done. Overall, don't go into this film expecting it to be yet another X-Men film that fits into the convoluted canon. Instead, it's better to see this as more of a what-if scenario that features characters we know and love being thrust into a situation we don't normally get to see, much like the premise of the Old Man Logan storyline that the film soberly lifts from. If you're a fan of X-Men and Wolverine as we have seen him in the movies for better and for worse, then you'll enjoy this film as a gritty exploration of the character that still manages to have some humanity. All of that said, Logan gets a 3.5 out of 5. So that's it for this episode of Romney's Reviews. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.